What's up, everybody? It's Lee. I want to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs versus Buffalo Bills game. There's a moment at the end of the fourth quarter there that I want to specifically talk about. And it is the final play from Mahomes to Travis Kelce to get the team into field goal range. Now, brilliant play, brilliant execution, but that's not what I want to focus on. This is a message for the coaches out there. If you guys watch any of the behind the scenes footage here, you know that Travis Kelce went to Mahomes and said, look, I'm probably not going to run my route. I'm just going to get open, get me the ball, right? That's exactly what happened. They refer to it as backyard football. Totally executed. Mahomes knew where he was going. Kelce got open, pass, the rest of history, they make the field goal, they win in overtime. What's not talked about in that situation that I think is really important is that Andy Reid did not interfere. And I see this so many times in football and other sports where a big moment is there and the coach interferes by trying to put a play in place and not just letting the players play the game. Andy Reid had so much trust in his players, this is Mahomes, Kelce, and everybody else, that he just let them do what they had to do to win the game. He let his players decide the game. Now, coaches, I'm not saying there aren't big moments in games where, your tactics and, in hockey, we can call timeouts, that's not important. They do play into it, but they had 13 seconds. They did this in 10 seconds. Great quote from Andy Reid. Things are grim. Be the Grim Reaper. I trust you. That's brilliant coaching that goes under the radar. We are all going to focus on Mahomes and Kelce in the past and what they did, but I give Andy Reid so much credit for not coaching in that moment and letting his players decide the game. That's not something you can teach. That's something you feel. The trust is the most important aspect of this. We've seen this both ways in football. Another great one would be Todd Peterson, the Eagles, with Nick Foles running the Philly special, winning that game. The opposite would be not giving beast mode the ball in the Super Bowl. The opposite would be calling timeout when there's a few seconds left and your team needs to tie to potentially make the playoffs. Goes both ways. Now, no coach should be defined by one moment in the career. No player should be. But I think this is a great example of a coach creating trust and not coaching and allowing his team to win the game. What do you think?